I have watched the term mindfulness journey from the quiet obscurity of ancient texts into the heart of the modern lexicon. While I rejoice in its newfound popularity and the genuine relief it brings to many, I also feel a deep responsibility to illuminate the path from which this powerful practice originates. Secular mindfulness, while beneficial, is often a single, beautiful branch taken from a vast, ancient, and deeply rooted tree. To truly understand mindfulness, one must see the whole tree, its roots in ethical conduct, its trunk in the complete framework of the path, its branches in the systematic methods of cultivation, and its ultimate fruit in the liberation of the human heart. This guide is intended to be a comprehensive exploration of that tree. We will not be looking at mindfulness as a mere life hack for stress reduction, but as sati, the sacred faculty of remembrance and presence that lies at the very heart of the Buddhist path to awakening. We will journey together from its foundational principles, through the Buddha's own master blueprint for its cultivation, and toward the liberating wisdom that is its ultimate purpose. The Buddhist Path to Mindfulness. Introduction. More than just paying attention. In our modern, hyper-stimulated world, the word mindfulness has become a cultural touchstone. It is presented as a panacea for the anxieties of our age, a tool for enhancing productivity, managing stress, improving relationships, and finding a measure of calm amidst the chaos. In many respects, it has proven its worth, offering a powerful and accessible method for stepping out of the frantic stream of our thoughts and reconnecting with the present moment. However, in this process of popularization, the profound depth and transformative potential of mindfulness as it was originally taught by the Buddha can sometimes be overlooked. The Buddhist path to mindfulness is not merely about paying attention. It is about paying attention with a specific purpose and within a specific framework. The Pali word for mindfulness is sati, a term that carries connotations not just of attention, but of memory, presence, and remembrance. It is the faculty that remembers to be present, that brings the mind back from its habitual wandering in the past and future. Crucially, in its original context, mindfulness is not a standalone technique but an integral component of a comprehensive system for human flourishing and liberation, the Noble Eightfold Path. Here it is called Samma Sati, or right mindfulness, indicating that it is a particular kind of mindfulness, one that is aligned with an ethical and wise way of living, and directed toward the ultimate goal of ending suffering, dukkha. The purpose of Buddhist mindfulness is not simply to feel better, but to see better. It is a tool for cultivating a profound and penetrating insight, vipassana, into the very nature of our experience. By learning to observe our own minds and bodies with a clear, non-judgmental, and sustained attention, we begin to see for ourselves the universal truths of impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and not self. It is this direct, experiential seeing that has the power to uproot the deep-seated habits of craving and aversion that are the cause of all our inner turmoil. This guide is an invitation to explore this complete path. We will begin by establishing the crucial ethical ground upon which a stable mindfulness practice is built. We will then situate mindfulness within its proper home, the Noble Eightfold Path, showing how it works in concert with other essential mental faculties. The heart of our journey will be a deep dive into the Buddha's own master blueprint for the practice, the four foundations of mindfulness, satipatthana. Finally, we will explore how this cultivated presence becomes the gateway to liberating wisdom, the ultimate fruit of the path. This is the journey of transforming a simple act of paying attention into a radical path of awakening. Part 1. The foundation of the path, the indispensable ground of sila, ethical conduct. In the modern rush to experience the benefits of meditation, the foundational importance of ethical conduct is often completely bypassed. From the Buddhist perspective, this is like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. A mind that is agitated by the consequences of unskillful actions cannot hope to find the stillness and clarity required for deep mindfulness. Sila, or ethical conduct, is the first of the three great trainings of the Buddhist path, along with samadhi, mental discipline, and panya, wisdom. It is the practice of consciously refraining from actions of body, speech, and mind that cause harm to oneself and others. Its primary purpose in the context of meditation is to create a mind free from the coarse and powerful mental afflictions of remorse and guilt, avapadasara. When we act in ways that are out of alignment with our own deepest values, when we lie, speak harshly, or cause harm, we create a state of inner conflict. The mind is turbulent, defensive, and preoccupied with justifying its actions or worrying about their consequences. Such a mind cannot settle. It is impossible to watch the subtle sensations of the breath when the mind is screaming with the memory of a recent argument or the guilt of a dishonest act. The practice of sila, most commonly expressed for lay practitioners in the 5 precepts, is a direct training in mindfulness in daily life. To refrain from killing living beings. This cultivates a mind of compassion and harmlessness. To refrain from taking what is not given. This cultivates a mind of honesty and generosity. To refrain from sexual misconduct. This cultivates a mind of respect and guards against the powerful agitation of sensual craving. To refrain from false speech. This cultivates a mind of truthfulness and integrity. It is a direct practice of being mindful of our words and their impact. To refrain from intoxicants which lead to carelessness. This is the precept of mindfulness itself. A commitment to maintaining a clear and unobscured awareness. By committing to this ethical framework, we are not following a set of external commandments. We are undertaking a training to protect our own minds. A life lived with integrity is a life that creates the inner conditions for peace. The Buddha taught a clear progression. Skillful conduct, sila, leads to a mind free from remorse, which gives rise to joy, pamoja, which in turn leads to tranquility, passaddhi, happiness, sukha, and finally, the deep concentration, samadhi, that is the necessary platform for a profound mindfulness practice to flourish. Without the stable ground of sila, our attempts to practice mindfulness will remain shallow and fragile. Part 2. The Heart of the Matter. Samma Sati in the Noble Eightfold Path. Having prepared the ground with ethical conduct, we can now look at mindfulness in its proper context as a central element of the Noble Eightfold Path. Mindfulness is not an isolated skill. It is part of an integrated system where each factor supports and strengthens the others. It resides within the 3rd division of the path, the training of mental discipline, samadhi. The 3 factors of this division form a powerful, synergistic trio. Samma Vayama, right effort. This is the engine of the practice. It is not a grim, forceful striving, but a balanced, wise, and joyful application of energy. The Buddha defined it as the 4 great efforts. The effort to prevent the arising of unwholesome states, like greed, anger, and delusion. The effort to abandon unwholesome states that have already arisen. The effort to arouse wholesome states, like mindfulness, kindness, and concentration, that have not yet arisen. The effort to maintain and cultivate wholesome states that have already arisen. This provides the active, dynamic quality of our meditation. It is the gentle but persistent doing of the practice. Samma Sati, right mindfulness. This is the watchful guardian, the faculty of clear awareness. It is the part of the mind that knows what is happening in the present moment without judgment. Sati is what allows us to see when an unwholesome state like distraction has arisen, creating the opportunity for right effort to be applied. It is the quality of remembering to come back to the present moment. Again and again, without sati, we are simply lost in our habitual patterns, completely unaware. Samma Samadhi, right concentration. This is the ability of the mind to unify itself and remain steady on a chosen object. It is the fruit of sustained mindfulness and effort. As we continuously bring our wandering mind back to our meditation object, like the breath, our ability to stay focused grows stronger. This stability and collectedness of mind is samadhi. In turn, a concentrated mind provides a powerful and stable platform for mindfulness to become even more clear and penetrating. These 3 factors work together in a beautiful feedback loop. Our effort brings mindfulness to the present moment. Sustained mindfulness leads to concentration. A concentrated mind is then the perfect instrument for the deeper work of mindfulness, which is to see into the nature of reality itself. Part 3. The Blueprint for Practice. The 4 Foundations of Mindfulness, Satipatthana. The Buddha did not leave the cultivation of mindfulness to guesswork. He provided a detailed, systematic, and comprehensive set of instructions in a discourse known as the Satipatthana Sutta. This sutta is the fountainhead of all Buddhist mindfulness practice, the master blueprint for the journey. In it, the Buddha declares that this direct path is for the purification of beings, for the overcoming of sorrow and lamentation, for the disappearance of pain and grief, for the attainment of the true way, for the realization of nibbana. He structures this direct path around 4 key domains of experience, or foundations, upon which we are to establish our mindfulness. 1. The first foundation: mindfulness of the body, kayanapassana. The path begins with the body. The body is always in the present moment, making it the perfect and most accessible anchor for our time-traveling minds. This foundation includes several distinct practices. Mindfulness of breathing, anapanasati. This is the most fundamental practice. The instruction is to simply observe the natural, unforced breath as it enters and leaves the body. We notice the sensations, breathing in a long breath. I know I am breathing in a long breath, breathing out a short breath. I know I am breathing out a short breath. We feel the entire process, calming the body and mind with each breath cycle. Mindfulness of postures. This extends the practice beyond the cushion. It is the clear awareness of the body's posture at any given moment. When walking, one knows, I am walking. When standing, one knows, I am standing. When sitting, one knows, I am sitting. This practice dissolves the mindlessness with which we usually move through our day. Mindfulness with clear comprehension, sampayanya. This is mindfulness applied to all our daily activities. It is bringing a clear, purposeful awareness to acts like eating, dressing, talking, and working. We know what we are doing, why we are doing it, and we do it with our full attention. Contemplation of the body's nature. This includes more advanced contemplations, such as observing the body as being composed of the 4 elements, earth, water, fire, air, or reflecting on the 32 parts of the body. The purpose of these is to deconstruct our conceptual attachment to the body, reducing vanity and fear, and seeing it simply as a natural, impermanent phenomenon. 2. The second foundation: mindfulness of feelings, vedananupassana. This foundation moves from the gross physical level to the more subtle level of feeling tones. Vedana refers to the raw, immediate quality of any experience before we layer concepts upon it. Every moment of consciousness has a feeling tone of either pleasant, sukha, unpleasant, dukkha, neutral, adukkam, asukha. The practice is to observe these feeling tones with bare attention as they arise and pass away. When a pleasant feeling arises from a sight, a sound, or a thought, we simply know there is a pleasant feeling. When an unpleasant feeling arises, we know there is an unpleasant feeling. The crucial instruction is to observe this feeling without falling into our habitual reactions, craving and clinging to the pleasant, and aversion and resistance to the unpleasant. This is a profound practice for intercepting our emotional reactivity at its very root and cultivating equanimity, upekkha. 3. The third foundation: mindfulness of the mind, consciousness, chittanupassana. Here, the focus of mindfulness turns upon itself. We begin to observe the overall state of the mind or consciousness, sata. The practice is to know, from direct observation, the quality of our own mind in any given moment. The sutta gives examples. One knows the mind with greed as a mind with greed, and a mind without greed as a mind without greed. One knows the mind with aversion as a mind with aversion, and a mind without aversion as a mind without aversion. One knows the scattered mind as a scattered mind, and the concentrated mind as a concentrated mind. One knows the contracted mind as a contracted mind, and the liberated mind as a liberated mind. This practice is revolutionary because it cultivates disidentification. We begin to see that these mental states are not me or mine. They are simply impersonal conditions that arise and pass away due to causes. By seeing, there is anger in the mind, instead of, I am angry, we create a space of freedom and wisdom. We are no longer a slave to our moods, but a wise observer of them. 4. The fourth foundation: mindfulness of mental objects, principles, dhammanupassana. This is the culmination of the practice, where we use our stabilized mindfulness to directly contemplate the core principles, dhamma, of the Buddha's teaching. We observe our moment-to-moment experience through these clarifying and liberating frameworks. The sutta outlines several. The 5 hindrances: observing our experience in terms of whether sensual desire, ill will, sloth, restlessness, or doubt is present or absent. The 5 aggregates. Observing experience as an impersonal flow of form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness, thus deconstructing the illusion of a solid self. The 6 sense spheres. Mindfully observing the process of contact at the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, and the feeling that arises from that contact, without being carried away. The 7 factors of enlightenment. Knowing when factors like mindfulness, investigation, energy, joy, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity are present and how to cultivate them. The 4 noble truths. Ultimately, observing all of life's experiences through the lens of suffering, its cause, its cessation, and the path. The systematic practice through these 4 foundations is the Buddha's complete and unequivocal path to the cultivation of right mindfulness. Part 4. The fruit of the path, from mindfulness to liberating insight, vipassana. The ultimate purpose of the Buddhist path to mindfulness is not simply to be calm or present. The calm and present mind is the instrument. The goal is the wisdom that this instrument can reveal. Sustained, powerful mindfulness naturally blossoms into vipassana, or clear seeing. Vipassana is the direct, experiential insight into the ultimate nature of reality, as we observe our own mind and body through the lens of the 4 foundations. Certain fundamental truths begin to reveal themselves with undeniable clarity. These are the 3 marks of existence, tilakkhana, anicca, impermanence. Through mindfulness, we see directly that there is nothing static in our experience. The sensation of the breath is a constantly changing flow. Sounds arise and vanish. Thoughts appear from nowhere and disappear into nowhere. Feelings of joy and sorrow are like fleeting weather patterns. We experience, in our very bones, that all of conditioned existence is in a state of constant, unrelenting flux. Dukkha, unsatisfactoriness, as we see the pervasive reality of impermanence. We also begin to see the inherent stress and unsatisfactoriness of trying to find lasting security and happiness in things that are constantly changing. We see how our clinging to the pleasant and our resistance to the unpleasant is a stressful and ultimately futile struggle against the very nature of reality. Anatta, not self. This is the deepest and most liberating insight. As we meticulously observe the processes of body, feeling, and thought, we search for the self, the I, the CEO in charge of the whole operation. And we cannot find one. We find only an impersonal, interconnected flow of causes and effects. There is breathing, but no breather. There is thinking, but no permanent thinker. There is feeling, but no essential feeler. This direct seeing of anicca, dukkha, and anatta is the wisdom that cuts the very roots of the 3 poisons of greed, aversion, and delusion. When you truly see that there is nothing permanent to hold on to, the habit of clinging naturally withers away. When you truly see that there is no solid self to defend, the fires of anger and fear begin to die down. This is the liberation that the Buddha promised, a profound and unshakable peace. Nibbana, which is the ultimate fruit of the path to mindfulness. Conclusion. The path under your feet. The Buddhist path to mindfulness is a journey of profound depth, coherence, and transformative power. It is far more than a simple technique, it is a complete way of life. The journey begins not on the meditation cushion, but in our daily lives, with the cultivation of an ethical and compassionate heart through the practice of sila. Upon this stable ground, we undertake the formal training of the mind, balancing the energetic application of right effort with the steadying power of right concentration and the luminous, watchful presence of right mindfulness. We follow the Buddha's own blueprint, the 4 foundations, systematically applying our awareness to our bodies, our feelings, our minds, and the very principles of the Dharma itself. This diligent practice, this journey inward, does not lead to an escape from life, but to a deeper and more intimate engagement with it. The mindfulness cultivated on this path is not a fragile state of calm, but a robust and insightful awareness that culminates in vipassana, the liberating wisdom that sees reality as it truly is. It is this wisdom that frees us. The path is gradual, it requires patience, and it asks for our whole being. But its promise is the greatest one ever offered: the end of suffering and the realization of a profound and unshakable peace. The path is not in a distant land or a future time. It is right here, under your own 2 feet, in the simple, courageous, and revolutionary act of being fully present for this very breath, this very moment.